All right, good morning. It is Monday, May the 18th, 2026. We hope everyone had a nice weekend. My hockey playoff beard is gone. Made it about 12 days though. It was Friday or Saturday last week. It's just, I'm not playing hockey. This is starting to itch. You got to get through that like 2 week phase where get through the itch. But I didn't have the willpower to get through it, so the beard's gone. Back to me. We hope everyone had a nice weekend. Nick from our office had a birthday, and so kind of silly, but as adults we like to throw birthday parties once a year, right? And somehow Nick got stuck throwing the birthday party at his own house, which was great, particularly when I can bring my 3 children and the other guys bring their children and other friends, and he gets a little taste of what his house might look like if he has kids someday. So I don't know. I don't think we made too much of a mess. It was more controlling the fire in the backyard. The s'mores and my guess is there's some melted marshmallow all over the place. But all right, quick note: Memorial Day is a week from today. All right, so we are excited to see many of you. A week from today at James Island County Park. Nick wanted me to just make mention of a couple housekeeping items if you are attending. So he sent out late last week, so you should be receiving it kind of early to mid this week. Just some information about showing up next Monday. Just one recent change as compared to previous years. This year you do not need a parking pass to come in to the park. All right, so instead, like when you get to the gate this year, I guess you just say, you're with Oceanside at the, I guess it's called the Two Gudu Porch. I guess that's the porch name. So at the gate, just say you're with us at Oceanside. So you don't need a parking pass. I guess they're keeping track of that in a more efficient way this year, which is good. Let us know if you don't receive that information by later this week. But pretty easy. For those of you that have been there in the past, you just kind of show up. Very informal. Come whenever. Pizza will be there. Your kids, grandkids can splash around in the little splash area, I think they call it. But all right, markets last week, some renewed inflation concerns, unfortunately. Equity markets started off strong, and then we had some inflation data kind of start coming in that cooled down some of that optimism. Equity markets largely ended up flat last week. Headline CPI came in at 3.8%. So that's a little higher than expected. The bigger concern in my eyes was the producer price index, the PPI, that came in at 6%. All right, so many times the producer price index, right? So that's the increase in cost that producers are creating goods at. Many times that is more of a leading indicator as to what will flow through to consumers later on. So that being at 6% makes me a little uneasy. I don't love that, but we'll see. As expected with that inflation data, you see the bond market react, right? So looking like rates will be higher for longer, right? So you see bond yields increase, the U.S. 10-year Treasury up to 4.6% this morning. Now that's great news if you hold money markets. So really that's good news for your money market holdings. Not great news for your HELOCs or other debt instruments, the variable debt instruments that are tied to interest rates. All right, and outside of those other pieces of inflation, you see oil back up as well on I guess a lack of an Iran peace deal. Jobs data was good last week, right? So there was some good news sprinkled in there, and as we've discussed a lot in previous weeks, earnings have just been outstanding, right? So a lot of moving parts, which is what makes markets challenging to predict. A lot of moving parts. So with that being said, questions, comments, concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team, and we are looking forward to seeing many of you Monday. We hope you have a great week. Thank you.